Good morning, everybody. It's your pal Metalhead here. Hope you're doing well. I am in Windhoek today, the capital of Namibia, and this is the first time I've ever been to a former German colony. I did go to Papua New Guinea, but Germany only had control of the northern part of Papua New Guinea before World War I. And there is a huge German influence within the whole of Namibia. Germany is one of four official languages. They still speak German here. They teach German at school. There is direct flights from Germany to Namibia like 3 to 4 times a week. And a lot of German expats live here. The owner of the accommodation I'm staying at, she's born in Germany, but she's been living in Namibia for over 16 years running this guest house. So, yeah, it's pretty much like a slice of Germany within Africa. And I mean, the same could be said for, well, Tanzania, Togo, Cameroon, and yeah, maybe there's still some German relics in Samoa. I've never been there. There's probably a little bit of German relics in northern New Guinea. Yeah. So today I'm gonna have a look around Windhoek, but my biggest challenge is going to Heroes Acre. It's where all the heroes of the Namibian War of Independence are buried. And the monument was built by North Korea, but it's like excuse me, it's 10 kilometers away from the city center. So I don't know how much Namibian dollars I gotta spend to get out there and back. My hotel owner said it would cost like $250. Seems reasonable for a long distance. Here we are. This is the local synagogue. The most population of Jews. Here we are. Is the local synagogue. There are only a few hundred Jews who live in Namibia right now. Most of them came over during the South African days and the German days. And this synagogue, I believe, was built in the 1910s before the Germans had left. I'm about to walk past the main sites of Windhoek. See this building right there? That looks entirely German to me. Built during the German colonial times, yeah? It looks more, like I say, Bavarian, I believe. Just northern German. I wouldn't know. I have been in Germany, but I've only been to Hamburg and Berlin. But actually, it's a lie. I've been in Berlin twice in my life, but I've never seen anything in Berlin but the bus station. A lot of the streets in Namibia are named after famous leaders. This one is Fidel Castro. That one here, Werner List, but he wasn't like a leader. There's also Robert Mugabe Street or avenues around here somewhere. This right here, this is a German colonial monument. Like people, I believe, who died in like 1894. Yes, seems right time.
Welcome to Namibia.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
From where about?
London.
London?
Yes.
Oh,
These guys approached me speaking in German, so I thought I'm German, which is typical. When you see a white person, I think they're from Germany. Asking me to help them out with some charity, bring in children in Germany, and so I thought, yeah, I'll give you some money. And then I realized I only had $40 Namibian dollars on me. So it's like, here's 40 bucks, it's nothing to me, it's only 2 quid. So, like, take it and leave me alone, yeah. Just can't stand people who bother me with this shit when I travel. But, I mean, they're nice people, they're trying to, like, do things in life, but some of these people could be fraudsters. They could be taking you for a spin, and there's probably no such thing. I mean, the guys who like they spoke German because they grew up in East Germany, could you believe it? So here we are, this is the main church. I think it must be a Lutheran or a Catholic. I'm not too sure, but that is a slice of Germany right here. And it's open today because it's Sunday. We're going to Mass right now. I'm inside the main German church. This is a memorial here, which is people who died, you know, like local settlers died fighting against the locals of Namibia. or like 1905, 1906, when the genocide had happened. This is the National Museum of Namibia. It's closed today, but you can still have a look around. This is a statue of Dr. Sam Nujoma, the founding president and father of Namibia. And he had to leave his own country to fight for Namibian independence overseas. He got so many friends in the Second World, like got back in the Soviet Union, China, Sweden, and most African nations became independent. Like they became a really important cause towards Namibian independence. So this Independence Memorial Museum was only opened about 8 years ago, yes, by the President of Namibia. So we've got the main German church right there, and the Namibia Independence Museum. It's not open today because it's Sunday. I'll try to come here tomorrow again, if I can, if time permits. But basically, it's freedom fighters who fought for the independence of Namibia against South Africa. South Africa had a long, brutal occupation of Namibia for so many decades. They didn't get their independence until after the end of the Cold War. Well, the Soviet Union did die a year after the Namibian independence, but you get what I mean. Right there, that's the National Museum of Namibia. You can tell, with its briefing and all, it does have a bit of mixture of like South African and German, but I've never seen steel roofs like that unless I'm in Australia or the outback. And so right here, this is a memorial for the genocide that happened in the early 20th century, the first genocide of the 20th century, which occurred here. Basically, the Namibians who wanted freedom from Germany, and the Germans just killed them. Oh. Their blood waters of our freedom. And as you can see, like 2 German officers hanging native people from Africa and all. It's taken, you know, many decades for the people in Germany to apologize for the atrocities and all. And there, as a matter of fact, some of the skeletons of Namibians that they own in Germany, they're about to be returned home someday soon. This monument is erected in honor of the victims of the Herero and Naba genocide 1904-1908. So put that into mind, boys and girls. The Armenian genocide happened between like 1915 and 24. The Holocaust happened between 1939 and 45. And then there have been other genocides that happened in East Timor, in Cambodia, in Central America and all. And then there's still genocides happen to this very day in this world. There's one thing we want in the world, is no more genocides. I just had some native kid bothering me to buy him food or give him money. And I'm like, dude, I don't have the money to give out to people like you. I just don't believe it. You're just pestering people like me because you think, oh, the people from Europe are the ones who have money and you're gonna bother us people. And he's just saying, please, please, and I'm like, go away and get a life. Because they're just nuisance. I mean, of course they've got families to live in, and they probably got homes somewhere, but it's just what they do is just sad stories. You're like, don't be sucked down to the natives' sad stories, because yes, of course, they don't live in good conditions compared to like what some other people in Namibia live in, but that's life, you know. Imagine what Michael Palin once said: if you give 10 rupees to 9 person, but then you don't have a 10 rupees to the 10th person, the 10th person is going to miss out. Source right now. Poetry is a diverse metaphor that builds us, makes us who we are, and sustains us. Culture defines our roots, and no one can take that from us because it is born within. Eunice Nawandi. Seem like a very famous Namibian. And man, look at this guy's shirt. That is a shirt I would love to wear. But like, it seems like he's blowing that like horn you use during Yom Kippur.